Sometimes my home feels a little cramped. So I did my laundry this afternoon, and then I just wanted to get out. I was the outskirts of Newcastle, and I just wanted to get out of the city and away to my spot for the night. So I have a bundle of clothing to put away, which I usually try and put away straight away, because otherwise it's on my bed, which I am currently on. And then I didn't put my duvet cover on, which I usually do, because it seemed to be starting to drizzle. And now it is raining where I've stopped, and I've got to see if I can get a duvet cover on inside my little van. I've never tried to do it inside before. It's going to be interesting. Sometimes I could use a little bit more space.
Hello everyone. It has been over a year that I have been living in my wee Berlingo Silver. I kind of can't believe it has been this long. It seems a little crazy. I don't think I imagined this when I decided to leave my flat and move into my wee Berlingo. And yeah, it's been a crazy year, but it's been great, and I have discovered a whole new way of life I didn't really know much about, and I love it, and I don't want that to change anytime soon. So I thought I would have a chat with you all and let you know what my plans are for the future. I absolutely love my wee home, but it is a wee bit tiny. It's a little small, and longer term I can't fit all my stuff in here. So if you've been following for a while, you probably know I have lots of different hobbies and activities that I do. I do freelance adventure photography in the summer, and for that I need like a wetsuit, a canyoning wetsuit and a helmet and things like that. I also used to do a lot of tree climbing and still have ropes for that, and want to get back up some trees this year. And I basically don't have space for all this stuff in my home. I've had to dump some stuff at a friend's place for the winter, so my paddleboard is at a friend's place, and so is just some of my kit that I don't have space for. When I started my Etsy store last year and bought a load of cords and supplies for all of that and brought all of that in, I then had to take some other things out because I was basically already full. So I've decided that I need a bigger home. I decided this a little while ago, but just took a little while to sort of work out the details of that, and also to find the right time of the year to do what I want to do. So I want to buy a slightly larger van and convert it myself so that I get just what I want from it. There's a lot of things that people think are essential in a van, and they might be for them, but they're not for me. So I want to buy a van and convert it myself. I'm hoping to do that, start that sort of next month, March into April. I've been waiting for the longer, lighter days so that I can actually work on it, and it being a little bit more mild, because there was no point starting this project in the winter for me. I haven't got anywhere inside that I'd be able to do that. I'm going to be using a friend's garage and driveway. He's got a garage full of lots of amazing tools that I will very much need to make use of, and a driveway in front of it. So yes, my plan is to do that, is to buy a bigger home, kit it out myself so that I get just what I want, and hopefully also get some slightly larger leisure batteries than I have. My current setup with the solar and things means that I can basically run for a week, definitely. Maybe I could push it to a week and a half, depending on how much filming and editing I do. And then I basically need to plug at least one of my battery packs in somewhere and charge, or do a load of driving. And I just want to be able to not have to drive every day, and save some of that money on fuel that is very expensive right now, and just be able to go a bit further sort of off grid in the future, go further away from people. That sounds like I don't want to be around people, but I have a lot of amazing friends and family that let me swing by, catch up with them and plug things in as I do so, recharge, and also just clean things out when I get a little bit, because a small home gets quite dirty quite quickly. but I want to be a bit more self-sufficient and not have to do that all the time. I want to just be able to go see friends when I want to, and because it's nice to see them, but not also because I need power or hot water or something. So yes, there's a few things that I want from my new build, mainly slightly more power to keep me running for a little longer, and also a slightly better setup with sort of a sink and water. I've had a lot of problems recently that my tap has been leaking, so I tried to just order a new one, and I'm still waiting on that. It was supposed to arrive on Monday and it hasn't, and it is currently Wednesday. So at the moment I can't even use like my 10-litre water tank. I have to pick it up and tip it into anything to use it, which is a little bit annoying. And if I use the tap, it just, a load of water comes out the bottom. I've soaked through a whole travel towel last time I just tried to fill up a few water bottles. And at this time of the year, things don't really dry, so I can't really do that.
So my new tap did turn up, and I'm quite excited by this. It has a different end bit. It's like flat at the end, and the old one is like slanty, but also this one's a little bit sharp, and I have been known to cut myself on that. So it'll be good having that's properly a nice soft end, probably better made. Hopefully better made. We'll put it in and see, how long it lasts for and that it doesn't leak. Is my tap looking all nice and smart?
I've had a few things like that at the moment, so I want a slightly better setup with that, where I've got power to last me longer, better setup with water. I'm hoping to get a whale foot pump and do that, and a sink, and also I want to be able to heat things inside. So at the moment I mostly cook outside. I'm very sensitive to smells, so I think I'll always be cooking anything a little bit smelly outside. Even when I had small flats, I couldn't cope with the smell of food cooking and it getting into my clothes. So I love cooking outside. That's not going to change, but I want to be able to heat stuff up inside. I want to be able to heat enough water for my hot water bottles when it's really cold, and just make basic things, or reheat some soup, or make something that's just water based like couscous and noodles and things. I want to be able to do that inside. The weather this winter has been incredibly windy, and that is the least useful weather for cooking outside. So I just need a little bit more for my home. I would like to have somewhere to put a muddy pair of boots that's not in a footwell, and hang a wet coat not over my driver's seat, and just let them drip onto something and then clear it out afterwards. I don't think that's too much to ask for my home. I have decided what type of van I want. I decided it quite some time ago. I started thinking about this last summer and working it out in my head. So I know what van I want. I am not going to share that right now for one main reason, and that is that I think with all the best intentions, everyone that I seem to speak to in person about me getting a new van and what I'm looking at tells me what they think that I should get. And it's basically either what they would want or what they think I need, which isn't necessarily what I do need. So I'm just going to keep that one quiet for now until I get a van. But I know what I'm looking for. There's lots of them out there. You can take some guesses if you would like and let me know, and then you can find out later on whether you're right. But it's kind of the in-between size for me that I'm looking for, which is going to be huge compared to what I currently have, but not massive. I'm just looking around my tiny home right now and thinking it's going to feel huge. But that's kind of what I want, is some more space. Having decided that this is how I'd like to live, at least for the next few years, I need a slightly bigger home to do that in. So I do absolutely love silver. If I was just doing this part-time like I used to, even if I was doing it for a few months a year or just the summer, I would totally stick with a Bilingo. I love the fact that people just see it as a car. It means you can park it anywhere, you can get under height barriers anywhere, and people just don't usually think that you're sleeping in it, which I kind of like. I'm going to miss that. I love the fuel efficiency of having a small vehicle, but long term it's just a little bit too small for me to live in. Just gets a bit more tiring full time being in something so small. So I am going to hopefully buy a new van next month. The fun thing about looking for a new van is realising just how expensive they are. When I started looking last summer, I kind of thought, oh, it's because everyone's going van crazy in the summer. Maybe it'll be easier in the winter. And then I started looking at the prices again recently and I went, oh no. So vans are not cheap. I could go for something older that would be cheaper, but living alone like I do, travelling the way I do, I want something that I know I can rely on. I don't want to be worrying that my home isn't going to start, I'm going to get stuck somewhere. I often park places with no signal, so it would be quite a walk sometimes to get signal and help if that happened. So I'm wanting to go for something new enough that it's going to last me quite a few years. If I'm going to spend time and money converting it, I want it to last. Also just that it's reliable. It's not something over 10 years old that I start worrying that it's not going to start and things. So unfortunately, the problem with buying anything in life is that it costs lots of money. And I was really lucky a couple of years ago. Well, a weird combination of unlucky and lucky. When my grandmother passed away, she left me some money. She left me and my cousins all a little bit of money. And it let me pay off the debt that I had at the time, that I'd mostly accrued during my 20s when I wasn't working full time due to illness. And that stuff's just hard to properly knock on its head when you live alone. And yeah, stuff costs a lot, as I'm sure a lot of you know. So the money my grandmother left me changed a lot for me. Not having debt, having a more recent car, having a newer car, and then it also left me with a little bit of money that is some of what I've been using for the last year. During the summer months I can earn more with the photography than I need to spend in a month, so that has kept me going for quite a while. But I've also been using up a little bit of my savings. It feels funny calling them savings because I didn't really save it myself. But yes, I have some of that left. I'm very lucky with that, but not quite enough to buy and convert a new van. And at the moment, I'm not really sure how much money I'll get for silver. I will be selling her, which is going to be very strange. I'll be selling her, but not until I've bought another van because I don't really want to be homeless. So my hope is that I'll be able to buy the new van, insulate it so that I can at least shove a mattress in it, and then sell silver. But we'll see how it all matches up. I don't really have somewhere to park both, and I can't really be paying insurance and things on both, so I'll have to figure that out. So I wanted to share a few ways that you guys can support me if you would like to help me out in my quest to have a slightly larger home. I laugh because my home is quite small. Did not think I'd do this for a year. So as many of you know, if you've been following me for a while, I have an Etsy store with some of the creations that I make on the road. I've been making some new things to go in that. I don't know if you can see them in the background, but I have these little dream catchery type things which I've been doing in different colours and designs and things. Have get it the right around. Have these little things and a lot of different ones that I'm working on at the moment. So these will be going up on in my Etsy store shortly. I'm just waiting. I was waiting for a dry and non-windy day to take photographs of them because I usually do the photography for my Etsy store outside. But I think I'm going to have to just take photos inside at my friend's house because I'm not getting a dry, non-windy day. So yes, I've been making things like that. When I was down at my parents' house last month, I went through a ridiculous sized supply of beads and things and jewellery making stuff that I had from when I used to make jewellery years ago. So I've grabbed out a few bits of that I like, so I'm going to have some more earrings in stock of different styles. Got some necklaces that I've been making. So all of this is going into my Etsy store. So if you want a little decoration for your home, your tiny home, your car, or just want to have a look through that, you can find the link for that down below. I also have a photography store, again, link below, and I'll be getting some new images in that shortly. And then I have set up a Ko-fi page, and that is just a way that if you would like to donate a few pounds or something more, you can just pop a little donation on there. Again, I'm putting the link below, and that will be on all my videos. It's also on my Instagram link tree, so if you pop to either my Instagram or down below, you can find the link for that. I do want to say here, like, finances are really difficult for a lot of people at the moment. I'm definitely noticing the increase of food prices. I have an annoying brain that keeps numbers in my head, so I remember how much the things I buy regularly cost, so I notice when they go up. And my coconut milk has just gone up by 10p, which feels like a lot. And obviously fuel prices are kind of crazy at the moment, and don't think they'll be going back down. If you're someone that is struggling to have enough money to feed yourself and to heat your home and things, please don't give me any of your money. I would rather you kept it and looked after yourself. If you're comfortable in your finances, then great, but if not, please just keep your money to yourself. There are free ways that you can support me, so by watching my videos. A lot of people don't realise, I've talking to my family, I realised that most people aren't aware that when you watch ads for creators that are monetized on YouTube, that obviously gives them revenue. A lot of people know that, but we get more the more of the ad that you watch. So if there's a skip button and you hit skip, whichever creators you're watching will get less from that. So if the ad is not too annoying, because some ads are very annoying, if the ad's not too annoying, you can let it play. You can look at your phone for a minute or go grab a drink. And if you let an ad play for any of the creators that you enjoy on YouTube, then you're supporting them with the revenue they get from that. And it's a great way, it doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of your time, and it's a great way to support creators. It's taken me a couple of attempts to record this video, partly because I hate talking about money, I think, and also when I recorded this the other day, when I was talking about my grandmother, I just got really upset. It was on a day where the light was a lot better, so the film quality was a lot better, but I got very upset when I was recording and had to just stop recording. And then by the time I went back to recording later, it was a lot darker and my video came out super fuzzy. So this is my second attempt. It means I have no clue whether I've said what I want to say, or if I've just rambled for ages. If I have and you've got this far, then well done. But yes, it's a weird one. I always find it strange kind of asking for support in things. It's something I find really difficult. It's weird because when I see other creators out there doing stuff that I like I want to support it. If I see small business owners, I want to support them. But I find it very strange asking people to do the same thing for me. So if you do choose to support me, then it is very much appreciated, and the money towards fuel or my new home will make a huge difference to my life. So thank you. And thank you everyone for watching to this point, to getting through what may turn out to be a very long video. And also, just if you subscribe and you've been watching me for a while, then thank you for all the support. It means the world to me. The comments that pop up every week, sometimes I get so overwhelmed because there's so many lovely comments that it takes me a few days to kind of go through them and reply, because I get a little overwhelmed by it, but I think it's amazing. And yeah, stay tuned for the things that will come next. When I buy my van and convert it, I'm obviously going to be filming that as I go, so you can see me figure out how to build a bigger home than I've built before, and without my brother to help, and he's helped with my last 2 Bilingo conversions. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that, and we'll see what happens.